You're scrolling on TikTok. You see endless posts about you must grind no matter what you feel like and you must play through the pain. You see these and you get a sense of guilt. So you begin playing through the pain and working like you've never worked before. You do this for 2 weeks before getting an injury. And you don't know why you've got injured, but you become frustrated and angry. And you repeat this exact process over and over, injury upon injury. Well, that used to be me, and not a long time ago, I was constantly getting injured over and over again, and I didn't understand why. That was until I discovered these secrets. So this video is advice to my younger self, and that will likely apply to you if you're anything like me. But first, you need to understand this. The fastest way to improve is through our inputs, which means the more we play, the better we will become. And this is so important. So we want to strive for this while staying injury free. Understand this analogy. The person who goes to the gym 4 times a week for 3 years gains more muscle than the person who goes to the gym 6 times a week, but gets injured every 2 months, and those injuries put them out for 2 months. This means that people who are more lazy than you and worse than you at football will catch up on you and improve at a faster rate if you continually get injured. So grab a pen and paper, because what I'm about to tell you will prevent your football career from collapsing this year. This is how to prevent injuries while still working hard. First is dynamic movements. You may think this is nerdy, but trust me, you're going to save yourself a whole lot of regret if you actually listen to what I'm going to say. By doing movements like opening the gate and feeding the chickens, you send blood flow to your muscles and maximize your body's flexibility. This is because when you go to strike a ball, you fully extend your leg, or even if you're passing or even dribbling, you're fully extending your leg at points, which means that if it's not warmed up, then the muscle will just instantly tear as you stretch it. So make sure to do a dynamic warm-up before training, whether that's solo training or team training. Second is hips, and this is something that is so important, and it's actually saved the last 2 of my football seasons because I've been allowed to stay fully injury free. When your hips are tight, they completely stop working, and what this causes your body to do is to compensate by using other muscles such as the tibialis, hamstring, or the groin. And this puts an excess strain on these muscles, which means as you go and use them in a game, because you're not using your hips, you put too much strain on them muscles, then what happens is their muscles give way and they strain. So make sure you stretch your hips often, which means 4 times a week. Most people have no idea what they're doing when it comes to hip stretching and actually often make things worse for themselves. I'd love to share the routine that I and other professional footballers use, but it's something that only serious footballers should be using, which is why I reserve it only for my masterclass students. So if you are serious about becoming a professional footballer, then click the video below where I explain how you can sign for a pro academy in 2025. Third is recovery. These things that I've explained will allow you to get ahead of the competition because you'll be able to train more. And recovery is probably the most important aspect of not getting injured. At the professional football club that I was at, I saw exactly how the pros recovered. So you need to do the same or the dream will slip away. Essentially, you have to act like a professional footballer before you can become one. After every game and training, you need to do an ice bath. This will help reduce inflammation and help get the lactic acid out. As well as this, you need to be getting 9 hours of sleep every single night, or you'll be sore the next day and your muscles won't grow. And finally, diet. This is so important. You need to be consuming enough calories for 1, and 2, eating a whole lot of protein. This is things like chicken, beef, and eggs. You just need to be consuming so much of these foods which will allow your muscles to recover properly. Recovery on the whole is a very in-depth topic, and it's not something that can be covered in just such a short YouTube video like this. However, I do cover it in my technical masterclass, where I've helped sign hundreds of players to professional academies. A recent success of mine is one of my students, Hosey, who's only been working hard for just 2 weeks on the technical masterclass and has already been selected to play in one of the biggest international tournaments, or more specifically, the Dubai MENA Cup. This is where hundreds of scouts will be watching, so good luck, Hosey. And if you want to be like my students, seeing that rapid success, then watch the video linked in this description, and I'll see you in the next one.